And what you said, too, that Darnold out-dueling Stafford. I mean, they both had over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns and no interceptions, and he did have a better passer rating of just 0.2, and they were both off the charts. Just knowing, having a front row seat, obviously Elway won 2 in a row and then strolled off, but just knowing what it's like to be a player in advancing years. What do you think is going through Stafford's mind right now? Because so many fans think it's as simple as why would he walk away? But there's more to it than that. So what do you think, Mark?
It's not Sundays. I mean, obviously what you saw, he was exceptional. And, I was surprised how much just straight man-to-man cover one lurk that Seattle played. They had, I think there's a couple of things. When you play a lot of cover one, you say a couple of things. One, we think our defensive line can get there, right? So we think that we can get there and affect the quarterback too. We're not really worried about the quarterback taking off and running. And so they played a lot of man-to-man coverage, and that was a Stafford, game plan, and he picked it apart. His receivers at the top of their routes, both Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua were just absolutely outstanding. Tight ends as well, so they were great in that. But it's not Sundays, right? Sundays are the easy part. It's your willingness to prepare in March, April, May, June, July to get yourself ready. It's the grind that you put into it Monday through Saturday. It's a lot, man. It wears you down, and especially if you're constantly nursing. And I don't know how, I know the big conversation, the topic of conversation before the season was Matthew Stafford's back. But I just will tell you, as a guy that played his whole career injured, man, it wears you out when you're physically, it's not only the preparation mentally to get yourself ready to play and to make sure that you don't make mental mistakes and that you're perfect on your, execution and your assignments and the way you go about it. But then at the same time, you're fighting your own body. And so that's a full-time job, just getting healthy. I just remember my own career rolling in at 5 a.m. I'd be the first guy in the facility at 5 a.m. doing 2-3 hours of rehab before our first meeting, studying film, going through the whole day, and then coming back home, eating dinner and packing myself in ice and going to bed at 7. And that was my everyday routine for the last 5 years of my career. And it basically, it's not only a physical grind, but more importantly, man, it just mentally wears you out.
Yeah, there's no way that the whole back thing that caused us to wonder if Stafford's going to take a snap all season long. The fact that he did what he did, it's not because whatever he did in August, he got through it and then did nothing the rest of the year to have to maintain it, right? There has to have been something significant that was going on.
Without question. You're spending so much time in the training room, so much time getting treatment. I'm sure there's, and I mean,
stuff that he wouldn't talk about, right? That no one would talk about ever. Ever.
I mean, you can drive to work and sneeze and it just goes, it just is. It is so frustrating. I've had multiple back surgeries. The back is the worst possible injury, way worse than knees and elbows and all the other things I went through. The back is the one that drove me. I mean, the back is the one that drove me to retirement more than anything else. I mean, it just is so hard to manage on a day-to-day basis.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.